Hello everyone, this is Salim and I am here to discuss something about the leverages here with you all. In the last session, we discussed something about the operating leverage and I am just going to continue this topic here. So let's start with the formula. The formula of operating leverage equals to contribution upon EBIT. Contribution is represented by C and EBIT stands for earnings before interest and taxes. The next formula is of financial leverage, which says that financial leverage equals to earnings before interest and taxes divided by earnings before tax. Financial leverage is actually associated with the financial activities of the firm, or this shows the ability of the firm to use the fixed charges of an organization just to magnify the effects of earnings before interest and taxes on the changes in EPS or earnings per share. We will discuss this in detail. Just start with the formula first. With the combination of these two formulas, we actually get the composite leverage, which is nothing but the product of these two above mentioned leverages, operating leverage and financial leverage. So with the multiplication of these two leverages, we actually get the modified formula, and that is compound leverage equals to contribution upon EBT. Compound leverage is also known as combined leverage, sometimes total leverage. So now the question must be raised in the mind कि ये contribution या EBIT या EBT को कैसे calculate किया जाता है. So I have already discussed that in the last session. That is a very simple format. First we take the amount of sales, then we deduct the amount of variable cost from sales, and that becomes contribution. So sales minus variable cost equals to contribution, minus fixed cost equals to EBIT, and then we deduct the amount of interest from EBIT, so we get earnings before taxes. So that's a very simple format. Now let's start with some other formulas. Degree of operating leverage equals to percentage change in EBIT divided by percentage change in sales. Actually these degrees tell the purpose of the leverages here. As we see the degree of operating leverage, we find that with some percentage changes in sales, what are the effects in percentage in EBIT. Similarly, degree of financial leverages express us the changes in percentage in EBIT makes what percentage changes in EPS, means अर्निंग्स बिफोर इंटरेस्ट एंड टैक्सेस में होने वाले चेंजेस की वजह से अर्निंग्स पर शेयर्स में क्या चेंजेस होने वाले हैं, ये हमें डिग्री ऑफ फाइनेंशियल लीवरेजेस से पता चलता है. इसी का एक और फॉर्मूला ये भी है कि परसेंटेज चेंज इन EBT डिवाइडेड बाय परसेंटेज चेंज इन EBIT. With the combination of these two degree of leverages, we get degree of compound leverage, which equals to the percentage changes in EPS divided by percentage change in sales. मीन्स सेल्स में अगर 1% की चेंज होती है तो उस 1% के चेंजेस के साथ साथ EPS में कितने परसेंट का चेंज होगा, ये हमें डिग्री ऑफ कंपाउंड लीवरेज से पता चलता है. So these are very simple formulas. On the basis of that, we'll start some questions and you will be very much clear about the concept. So let's start with the question. We have a very simple question here, and we are being asked to calculate the financial leverage on the basis of the information given to us. So interest is given rupees 5,000, sales for 1,000 units are given to us 50,000 rupees, and variable cost 25,000, then fixed cost 15,000. So these are some amounts given to us and we are required or expected to calculate financial leverage. So let's start the solution. Dear students, we know that financial leverage equals to EBIT divided by EBT. So in order to calculate financial leverage, we must have the amount of EBIT and EBT, but we are not given these amounts in the question जो हमें calculate करनी पड़ेंगी. So we have a very simple format, and we first take sales. As I have already told you, the amount of sales here is 50,000 less variable cost, and that is 25,000. When we deduct this amount from sales amount, then we get 25,000 rupees as contribution. less fixed cost. The amount of fixed cost is 15,000 here. After deducting this amount, we get 10,000 rupees as EBIT, or earnings before interest and taxes. So we already got the amount of EBIT just to put in the formula, but we also need the amount of EBT. So what we need to do, that is earnings before tax, means हमें interest की amount इसमें से minus करनी होगी. So less interest, and the amount of interest is given to us in the question, which is rupees 5,000, and then we get 5,000 rupees, which is actually earnings before taxes. So here two amounts are very important for us, this one and this one. These are the amount that we need to put in the formula. Earnings before interest and taxes 10,000 divided by earnings before taxes